Good morning, ladies and gents. We are live. I'm looking at price action right now. Just looking around and looking at things. This is not really a position that I really want to long right now, only because this is not fully within my setup, if that makes sense. It is, but it's not. The only reason why it is because there is a 30-minute 2 up right here, which I could take. My only thing is the stochastic RSI setup. So if I did long this, it'll be more than likely off the 1 hour. If I could get a 1 hour 2 up, then I'll grab some longs. But if not, then we'll wait. But I do see the 30-minute 2 up. I just low-key need the 1 hour to trigger. If the 1 hour can give me the trigger, then I'll go long. We're very volatile, so that's something that I'm taking note of. We are super volatile right now. What we can do is try and play to this gap fill up here, but that's if they give it to us. Let me get my orders ready. I'm probably just gonna trade like 6 micros to keep things safe. I would have taken these longs right now off of the 30-minute 2 up, but I'm trying to be extra safe. So while that 30-minute 2 up did trigger, the thing that I'm waiting for is my 1 hour time frame. I need this 1 hour time frame to get above 67.95. If we can get that break, I'll bite long. I'll keep stops at low a day just to be safe, and then we'll try and play the gap fill if we get the 1 hour 2 up. If there's no 2 up trigger and we still stay in a 1 candle, or we do a 2 down, I'm just gonna sit it out and wait. See how much more downside they give. This is a 2 down right now. This can get pretty scary. I might bite now. I might bite because we have direction. So this one's gonna be a little bit interesting, but because I don't have any midnight opens to really work with, that's like, you know, around. The only one I have is like right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go identify it real quick. All right, let's go short. I'm short, MES. It's my stop loss right here. 67.96 is gonna be my stop. See if we could take this down. This could drop hard if they let this play out. I want to see if this 1 hour 2 down can give me some continuation. Looks like they're not giving downside. Buyers are trying to step in here. This is a weekly low level right now. So yes, if it gives up to the downside, we could see like a lot of selling, but if not, then they're probably going to push it back up. There is a 1 hour 2 down that's currently active, so that's currently what I'm shorting. I mean, if they could just break this down, that'll be beautiful, but they're stalling it right now. Nice dump so far. Be ready to take it off the table soon. Yeah, they're gonna try and pop this thing. This PA is so fucking garbage. So garbage. Yep, new hourly candles open. I'm gonna take profit off here. I'm gonna just take it off there. They open that new hourly candle and they're gonna try and pop it. So unless we get another 2 down, I had to take it off the table. That short was just fucking slow. Super slow. That was such a nasty slow short. They're not letting it go fully. So now we gotta wait. Either they do a 2 up or a 2 down and then we can continue shorting, but they are not being fun with this at all.
How's the 30-minute look on the RSI?
30 minutes still has a little bit more downside to come. That's kind of why I took the short as well, because this 30 minute can cool off versus the 1 hour. And then that 4 hour was also in a 2 down. So now that the new candle is opened, we just got to wait and see what happens. Yet, could I have still held my short? Yes. The only frustrating part would have been my stop would have still been up there. So yes, the short could have still worked and can still work, but I'm just trying to play it safe. So if we get another 2 down trigger, I'll go short. I'll probably go short with 5 this time, not 6. 5 or like 4 lots. I'll do 5. So if we get a 2 down trigger here, I'll continue shorting. The only reason why I got out of it was because I didn't want them to pop it against me and then have to sit through all that. So 2 down trigger, I'll go short again, and then We'll see if we can take this down another like 20 points. Last night's price action was clean. They put in the 2 down and then they just sold it off. Now they're just messing around. So all I need to see is another 2 down trigger, and I'll try and short this one and hold it. Yeah, 30 minutes still has more downside based on the stochastic RSI. Oh, it's gonna be such a nasty stop loss too. I'll probably do like 4 lots just because the stop is gonna be so fucking wide. If they trigger this 2 down, the stop is going to be wide, because if I go short here, my stop loss is up here at 94. So just understand that we're super volatile, which is why the stop is so wide. These candles are very, very long. I'm just playing what's in front of me. I'm not trying to anticipate anything. I'm not trying to predict anything. It's just if I get a 2 down, I'm taking a short. If it's a 2 up, I'm taking a long, right? If it's a 1 candle, sit it out until you get direction. So it looks like we may trigger a 2 down again. 2 down triggered, I'm short. It's my stop right here. We could try and take this down to 67.27. If we can get it. Yeah, look at that. So fucking nasty. But the stop is wide. So if they pop it and stop me out, they pop it and stop me out. But until then, I have to consider all this noise unless I'm stopped out, which is all the way up here. Again, a wide stop. But yeah. I mean, we could go lower, honestly. Like 67.08 type lower. Like, well, let's see what happens here. Again, a 2 down triggered. I'm taking it, right? 30 minutes still needs to cool off. So I take the 2 down trigger. Crazy save right now. They are not giving us downside. Jeez. Yep, they are not giving us this downside. Hot mic, hot mic, hot mic, hot mic.
Hot mic, roller inside to mute you, man. Enjoy your shower.
I'm still looking for some downside, but I mean, it's clear to see. They're just being super difficult right now with giving me downside. And the only reason why I'm holding it short is because they haven't pushed it up to my stop yet. And if they push it up to the stop, it's on this candle at least. If they push it up to my stop, that goes from a 2 down into a 3 bar. And at that point, we'll probably be done shorting. And then we'll just look for longs. But for now, it still looks short. It's still saying short. So I want to see if we can get the continuation. But knowing how this market has been over the past couple of weeks, there's just no continuation on any side. We're stuck in a range. And I don't know what the hell is going to take us out of this range. Like even right now, if we go look at the daily time frame, this drop, if they do it, as you can see, will take us out of this range, right? It'll take us out of this range. Now, for this drop, if I'm just staying on a daily time frame, ideally this is where we're targeting, right down here. This daily, previous daily wick low down here from this session. That's where I'm targeting for the short. Now, if we look at the weekly time frame, you can see if they give us this short, we will exit this range. If you look at the weekly, there's a weekly 2 down that's actually going in play. And as you can see, we are leaving that nasty trading range that we were in. I don't care if they bounce it up or down, just get us out of this range. So if this weekly can go, this is the daily level at 66.75, which is a lot of downside, but it could go down even lower to 66.26, thus getting us out of this nasty range right here. If we don't sell off and we pop, you already know where we're going. We're right back into here, which is just so annoying. So I'm just hoping this thing can continue to pull down. 30 minutes still has some selling pressure. That's about it. 4-hour 2 down did trigger. So I want to see if we can really take this down here. I want to see if they give more downside. We're looking for at least 67.26 to touch, at least. So let me see. This is where I'm looking. Like down. This is. I just want this. Boom, boom. And then we'll see what happens. Bitches, just touch it, just touch it. There you go. Target hit on that short. Now we wait. So what is that, 2 for 2 on live so far? Okay, perfect. All right, so now we obviously we can get some more downside targets here, but I'm just trying to play it smart. So I'll wait this candle out, see if the new candle opens. If we open with a new 2 down, I will go even lighter on shorts, and just because the stop is going to be still wide, so I'll go even lighter on shorts, maybe take like 2 lots, and then I'll try with that 2 lots, we'll try to go for this daily wick low down here at like 66.74. That's if we can get continuations on these 2 downs. Okay, so far everything is good. 2 shorts hit, perfect. Now we just wait and see what the fuck price action wants to do. Did anybody catch the shorts? Let me know in the chat or something. Did anybody catch shorts with me? Anybody caught shorts? Anybody caught shorts? And I'll explain why I shorted the first time so you can see, but this price action is a little bit wonky because we're at such a low level and we can really start dumping. But I hope you guys caught those shorts. Good shit, good shit. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap of why we took the shorts. All right, so even from last night, you can see this was so clean, so clean, so clean. 1 hour, 2 down. Stochastic RSI wasn't fully in a seller zone, but I think on a 30-minute it was. Yeah, it was on a 30-minute at open at least. And so we took that down and was able to get some nice downside. Now they tried to pop it overnight, which makes sense. 30-minute stochastic RSI was in that buyer zone. And that's what I seen. And that's why I said, okay, buyers may step in, right? But overnight, right, as the night was going, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, they were, quote unquote, popping it up, right? We've seen green candles and everything. However, all right, however, if you look on that whole move up here, they already took the 30-minute stochastic RSI into that seller zone. Now the old me would have been like, okay, but the 1 hour isn't there yet. Let's try and play some more upside. I caught my mistake fast. So I was like, okay, 30 minutes still there. They can call off the 30-minute, even though the 1 hour is like technically called off, they can still call off the 30-minute, which can still drag down the 1 hour. And so at open today, I really wanted to stay on the 1 hour because of that thesis, and I was waiting for the 1 hour 2 down. Now, this is where you have to trust your system and trust your setup. And what I mean by that is when we went short right here on this 1 hour 2 down, this is where my stop was, right? Now, could I have, I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. My stop was here. Could I have held it? Yes. But I got out and I just wanted to re-enter just to see what happens, only because we were at such a low area. I didn't know if they were gonna pop it up, take my stop out, and then reverse it back down. So I was like, just to be safe, let me get out of my position right here. And then on the new candle, if we trigger a 2 down, I'll go short, but knowing that this candle is so wide and volatile, excuse me, I'm gonna have to place my stop up there. And the only way I know that this thing can reverse is if they hit my stop, because hitting that stop would have went from a 2 down into a failed 2 down and a 3 up, right? So like, let's say this new, let's just say I was still in a short, and then we get a new 1 hour candle to open. Well, now I'm not necessarily moving my stop to break even just yet. On the new candle, my stop loss is now moved to 67.62 from, what was that, 67.93, right? And now if the new 1 hour candle opens, and let's just say we open at 67.22 on the new 1 hour candle, right? Then you move your stops to 67.22 and then take it down. But yeah, we went and took down another 2 down, played the shorts and caught it. Could this come down lower? Yes, it can. 30-minute is still calling for it, but there's 4 minutes left on this 30-minute candle, so we'll see how much they decide to give. But looking at bigger time frames, we are exiting this range, and I just want them to sell it off. Honestly, I don't even want to pop back into this range because it's so fucking hard to trade. I like trading trends, and if we can get a downtrend, perfect. But yeah, clean shorts. I don't feel the need to chase this right now. Got 30 minutes to wait, see what happens on a new candle that opens. And yeah. So now we can sit on our hands. If you want to call it a day, you can call it a day. You don't have to force yourself to sit here and trade this price action. We got what we needed. Oops. Nice, nice, nice. Oh shit, T Mitch. All right, good stuff. Good stuff, you guys. Good stuff on the shorts. Again, this can still come lower, but we're waiting. We're being patient with price action, only because of where we're at with this setup. Good stuff, Josh. Good stuff. Yeah, this can come lower, but just notice how slow they're selling this thing. It's just very, very fucking slow. I could have played oil too, but fuck it. This is very slow price action. I'm not gonna lie. Very fucking slow. Compared to last night, last night was clean. Continuations on 2 downs. Now it's just slow. Let's check the 30-minute real quick. Notice how I didn't go on a 5-minute. I didn't go on any time frame shorter than a 30-minute, literally, because I'm not worried about all that extra noise. When I was in the shorts initially, we were getting some drawdown, and that's just because we had some noise on the 5-minute, as you can see. But if you stay on the bigger time frames, the bigger the time frame, the bigger the move, right? So that's why I'm staying on a 30-minute to the 1-hour time frame. And then what also helped the shorts was if I looked on a 4-hour, we were getting some 2 downs, right? Which means more downside. I just want you all to see what I see so you can go fish for yourself without me in the future, right? Just see the setups, know what they mean, and just trust your system. But I would say, just looking at all of this price action, I'm glad we are finally exiting this. This is fucking nasty. This is nasty. But like I said, I don't have current midnight opens to work with. So what I have to do is I zoom out and I see, okay, are there any midnight opens from the previous that I can mark? So being that I didn't have any midnight opens here, I had to zoom out and I marked this midnight open that was right here. And notice how we held under that midnight open. We even tried to break above it and then pushed right back down. So that was a clear level of importance. Now, if I zoom out more, do I have any other midnight opens below that this thing is probably testing, bouncing on? And I do see a lot of midnight opens here. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to identify these midnight opens and I'll explain what I expect price to do. So right now we do have one right here. Let me just zoom in better. Midnight open right there. Let's identify it. And then we have another one down here. We have like a lot. So we have this one, and then we have this one, and then we have this one down here, which is kind of crazy. So now that we have these current midnight opens identified, I can now have a clear picture of what price action wants to do. So if we go zoom over here, back to current price action, we can actually see if price is bouncing off of these levels or not. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Look at where it's trying to bounce off of a fucking midnight open. So what we know is if we can hold under 67.19, we drop down to 66.61. And that 66.61 probably lines up with a daily and a weekly level drop. Yeah, it does. It does. A little bit. Just slightly under this daily wick here. But notice where we're bouncing off of a midnight open at 67.19. Midnight opens are levels that banks, institutions, and big money used for liquidity and everything like that. Notice, look at that bounce. That is nasty. That is nasty. Thank God we identified the midnight opens, right? Right? So, yeah, but that's a nasty bounce. New 30-minute candle open. No wonder. No wonder. So now we know, okay, on this bounce, we don't have any midnight opens to work with here. So on this bounce, if they take it back above 67.89, okay, we can look to play some upside, right? Probably catch this gap fill up here. However, if we hold under 67.19, I expect more downside down to 66.61. That's a big drop, actually, a very big drop. I might call it a day if the shit keeps acting slow. You would expect this thing to like just flush, right? You'd expect it to flush. It's breaking a weekly level. You'd expect it to just bearish engulf this candle right here and just take it down, but they are making this thing slow. Slow as hell. Like break 19, give us a 2 down trigger on a new candle, sub 19, and we can actually catch a nice drop, an even better drop than what we've seen at open here. But if they don't hold under 67.19, we're gonna just pop right back up to 67.87 because that's a midnight open up there, right, from a previous session. So 23 minutes left on this 1 hour candle. If we go take a look at the 30-minute real quick, because again, I use a 30-minute and a 1 hour with my trades. The 30-minute has a little bit more downside to go. I don't know how much you're going to give us, but it has a little bit more downside to go before buyers try to start stepping in here. Because once we get this 30-minute stochastic RSI down here, while the 1 hour is still down here, this is where buyers step in. And an example would be, I guess, would be yesterday's session. 30-minute stochastic RSI was in that 0 zone along with the 1 hour. And I mean, they popped it somewhat. Nothing crazy, but they did pop it. Yeah, so I'm just waiting. I'm waiting now. I have no reason to chase this. There's no trigger for upside. I mean, if we go on the 5 minute, yes, we see 2 ups trigger, and you can scalp this if you want. But as far as the bigger moves on the 30-minute and the 1 hour, there's no 2 up right now. We're still in the 2 down, so we kind of got to wait it out. And this is where things get boring. This is where I try and almost call it a day, because I mean, we're 2 for 2. Do I get greedy or do I just walk away? The hardest part, and I think a lot of people can back me up on this, the hardest part with trading is knowing when to walk away, especially when you have a system that will show you what's set up and everything. Like, you don't have to take every single setup that's there. Taking 2 trades is more than good enough. Walking away is a hard part, because you'll see, like, let's say you walk away and you see it dropping, you're like, fuck, I knew it was gonna drop, and then you go and try and short, and then what happens? They pop it. Let's say you see it popping and you're like, okay, let's go play the longs now, and then what do? Chop it up or drop it. So I just take what the market gives me. As of right now, the market gave us 2 shorts. We'll see what they have on the new candle, but if the new candle opens and it doesn't move how I want it to move, then I'm just gonna call it a day here. We'll just resume tomorrow. But yeah. So I want to show you guys something real quick. I don't know if it'll show up on here. Yeah, I don't think it'll show up on here, but I want to show, like, it's just how nasty this fucking range is. I'm not gonna stop talking about it because it's so fucking nasty. But I'll show you how nasty this fucking range is. Like, look at this. This is a 5-day time frame. Even on this drop, we're still in a fucking range. Get us out of it. Holy shit. Like, this is so nasty. It looks top heavy too, but you know, this is pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how we're trading this, to be honest. And look, they're not even letting the downside complete. That's the crazy part. Like, look, there's a daily 2 down that's active. They're not even letting it fully go. That's crazy. The way there's clearly big money in here propping this thing up to save it, but like, holy fuck. Holy hell. This is where like I start pulling hair out, or whatever hair is left. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the restroom while this price action figure out what the fuck it wants to do. Alrighty, I'm not gonna force anything. I'm gonna call it a day. Just because this price action is just moving a bit too slow. They could have been done this already. I'm gonna call it a day, chat. I'll be live tomorrow. I'm just not gonna trade this because I don't want to get chopped up. I'll take what the market gave me. I'll dip, I'll call it. But yeah, I'll see you all soon. Thank you. Yep. Thank you for showing up, chat.